Hello, everyone, and welcome into HelenKenner.com. Woo-wee! I've had a time getting on tonight, and I'm having to do a workaround. Hopefully, you can hear me. Number one, hopefully, you can see my project. In fact, let me go on Facebook right now. Well, hopefully, that's where I'm at. And yeah, there you go. You can at least see me. Anyway, Stampin' Up! Has several things going on right now. One is their join special. I think I've explained it a couple of times, but basically through the month of October, if you've ever thought about joining just to be your own best customer, early access to products so that before it goes sells out, first to see new product, getting a 20% discount on all your product. Now's the time to do it. You have two options. One is you pay $35 and you get $125 worth of product free, with free shipping and a free paper pumpkin. The second option is you pay you pay $99 and you get $189 in free product. Either way is a very, very good deal, and now's the time to do it. You do not have to do Facebook Lives. You don't have to do classes. None of that. So don't be afraid. Call me if you have questions about it. And the second thing that's going on tonight, through tonight, all of our kits are 10 to 30% off. So quick, go to the store, my online store, and pick out a kit for 30% off. Now, if you were to join as a demonstrator, you would get the 30% off plus the 20%. So do you see why you want to be a demonstrator? We get the same specials, the same discounts that all of our customers get. So you don't want to miss it. But I did want to go ahead and get started with this. Isn't this a beautiful card? I wanted to show you one of the things Stampin' Up! Is very good about is showing us different techniques every week. And they showed us this one this week, so I thought I'd show it to you guys too. But I wanted you to see that, see the beautiful gold peeking out. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And all this, well, they didn't show us this part. They showed us how to do this background, but I'm going to show you that. But I'm using the Gathering Moments stamp set again. Y'all, I love it. I know I've used it so many times, but I love the dies and all of it. But this is one of my favorites. Your friendship means the world to me, and I'm going to cry talking about it, but I'm dedicating tonight to my very good friend, a long-time friend, Carol, who was in an accident a couple of weeks ago, and she's still in the hospital and asking for prayers. So I'm going to dedicate this card to her, and I hope you guys like it. Once you're here, for sure say hello so I know who I'm stamping with. I'm having to do a workaround more than I normally do. So I won't be able to read your comments tonight. And I hope you can hear me. I'm going to just keep talking as if you can hear me. All right, we're going to have our standard 8.5 by 5.5 and score at 4 1/4. And this is Blackberry Bliss. And then I've got a piece of crumb cake, which is going to be our matte. And I put it up on dimensional. So let's go ahead and do that right now before I forget it. Y'all know me, as flustered as I am with technology. There's no telling what I'm going to say tonight. Hopefully all of it's going to be correct. But I want to, you don't want your cord. Mine is, this is a very heavy cord because of all the layers and all the dimensions that I've got. So you want to make sure you have enough dimensionals not to let it sink in the middle. So go ahead and put that on. There. All right. Now, so one of the things that I did is I've already cut out my leaves, because that's what we're going to do, is we're going to have a pile of leaves right here. And I love it. This is the Gathering Moments dies. Now, in the past, I used it just to cut out the outside, but this time I used it with the little holes in it. Now, I've not done it, but you can sew. What is that called? I want to say macrame. I know that's not what it is, but these holes you can, use string, needle, and thread to sew into this. Like I said, I haven't done it, but that's what these holes are all about. I'm going to show you how to make them look more real. And then both of the labels is coming from the traditional labels die. So I cut one out with gold and one with just white so I can stamp it. So the other really cool thing that I did was I'm using the metallics. Oh, what is it called? The metallics textures rub on. Now, we talked about it last week, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to have these two peeking out of the cord. Can you see it right there? There's one. And then there's the other back in the background. And I just think it's so beautiful. And one of my scrapbooking friends is trying to teach me how to do it. Because she uses rub-ons all the time. I have never done it before. Well, I have, but I haven't done it in a long time. All right, so this is 100 Fluid 100 watercolor paper. And I trimmed it down to 3 3/4 by 4, I think, or no, 5. 3 3/4 by 5. So I've gone ahead and done that. Now, you pick out the colors that you're going to be using. And so I'm using the same colors as my leaves. So I've got Old Olive, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, and Crumb Cake are my colors. So I'm going to start with that, and we're going to use our blending brushes to add the ink to it. Then the other thing you're going to need is our water spritzer, our Stampin' Spritzer. So it's got water. You can put other things in it like alcohol and stuff, but we don't need that. Now I'm going to start with the crumb cake because I'm afraid I'm going to forget to put it on there. So you go ahead and add some to your brush. And let's see. I'm going to put some here in the middle and some down here. Now remember, you want to go both ways. This way and then that way to add some color. To get all the color off your blending brush. Okay, one down. See how easy that is? Okay. I'm going to use some green. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some up in this corner. And you blend them together so that you don't want to keep them separate. So just blend, blend, blend. and overlap. Okay, now I'm going to use the Cajun Craze. Again, blend, you can blend them together is fine. All right, and then the cherry cobbler. I'm going to get some of this off so that I can put some of the cherry cobbler on. And blend them all together. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Okay, so I'm going to close the cherry cobbler and the old olive. Kind of get them out of the way. Now, let me go ahead and stamp the sentiment right now. Now look, when you go to stamp, you just tap, tap, tap. You don't mash. Just tap, tap, tap. Okay, try to center it as much as you can, straight down and up. See, look how good that turned out. You don't want to rock it or you're going to get a lot of, extraneous marks on your paper. So now we're back to this piece, the watercolor paper. And we're going to take our spritzer. And I'm going to spritz it. And you want just enough to have speckles on it. Because when it dries, when the paper absorbs the water, it's going to leave watermarks. And that's what makes this so pretty. Let's see if you can see it in this one that's already dry. Yep. Do you see it up there? Really, really pretty. So you want some water to be absorbed. So while we're letting that dry, we're going to be working on our leaves. We're going to take our bone folder and we're going to break down the fibers. This is called breaking down the fibers. And you just lightly curl it. And then you go the other way. Whichever way you go, it's going to stay that way. See how that's going down? Okay, now let's go back up again. So this is like number 3. Go down the middle. Then we're going to take it and crumble it up. Take it and do it the opposite way. So that was this way. Now we're going to do it that way. So just crumble it up. And that gives, look at all that dimension. Okay, there's one down. All right, number 2. Ooh, this cherry cobbler feels thinner. Okay, turn it the other way. Okay, last time. I want it going forward. You can have some going back. Maybe I'll do that one back. But most of them forward. Or at least I do. Oh, I'm going backwards. There. Okay. We're going to do the same thing where we're going to rough it up a little bit to make it more real looking. Very, very pretty. I'm sure y'all don't see it yet. Yeah, nice. Okay, now we're going to okay, go forward again. And let's crumble it up. Okay. Nice. Okay. Last one. Almost done. Okay. Let's turn it one more time. Yeah. All right. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I've got a lot of this little, I'm going to vacuum more. All right, so while this is still drying, which it almost is, we are going to take our brush again and add some color to our leaf. Let me put some more color on here. And wherever there's like we're just going to add some to define those creases. Okay, that's what we're trying to do, is define those creases to make it look real. Okay. All right, so there's one. Cajun Craze. Let me make sure this is Cajun Craze and not Cherry Cobbler. This is how you get a lot of the ink out of your brushes. You don't want to mix them up. You want Cajun Craze when you want Cajun Craze. Okay. So we're going to add some more. So it defines those creases again. Okay, number 2 down. All right, this one's Cherry Cobbler. Again, get that Cherry Cobbler out both ways. Go both ways to get it out. Okay, let's add some. There. Look how good that looks. Okay, Last one is Old Olive. Let me turn it this way. Yeah. There. Add some definition to those. Actually, you can see it a little bit better. Do y'all see it with the green? All right. So now that we're finished coloring, let's see. Yep, nice and dry. Let's go ahead and add these to our card. No, we don't add these. We add our gold. Ooh, almost messed up. Well, it really wouldn't. I would have figured it out, but we want this in the background so that it's real soft. Of course, they have lots of other pieces that you can add to it, and you can see it even more. Okay, so watch how you do it. You pull this back, and I'm going to put this up in the corner, and you can see it even more. Okay. So you pull this back. Oh. And I'm going to put this up. Okay. So now that you've taken the backing off, let's go ahead and start rubbing this on. All you have to do is take your bone folder and give it a good burnish. All right, let's see. Oh, look how good that looks. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. All right, now I'm going to add this one over here. Take the backing off. Oh, I bet this is going to be beautiful. Oh, it is. Look at that. Love it, love it, love it. All right, now we're ready to put these on. And I'm going to start with my, see how they're sticking out there? I'm going to start with my crumb cake. I'm just going to add some to the back of it, not necessarily in any order. Now I've gotten it everywhere. Okay. Okay. You want it to kind of poke up. Oh, of course I got it everywhere. Now it's stuck to me. All right, there. All right, now I'm going to go with the Cajun Craze and do the same thing. You don't have to put it on everywhere. Just enough to stick to the bottom, because you want this up. Give it lots of dimension. Oop. A little bit too much. I'm going to take some off. Okay. Good. All right, last one is the cherry cobbler. Yay. All right. I'm going to have it going this way so that you see all four of them, all four of the colors. All right, the other thing that I use to kind of bring in some of the gold is our silver and gold trim combo pack. Let's see if I can get this to come out here. I'm going to put a piece of, first thing I can grab my hands on is some tear and tape. And put some tear and tape right here in the middle. All right. And you're just going to loop it around. Loop. And then loop. Okay, so see what I did? You loop it around. All right. Now we're going to put on our sentiment. So I'll put this on with my dimensionals. Didn't I? Yeah, here they are. Okay. Again, I don't want this to move. There. Now you want gold kind of on each end. So, okay. All right. We're almost done. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that beautiful? I bet she's going to like it. What do y'all think? Give me thumbs up if you think Carol's going to like this card. I hope she does. I like it. Plenty of dimensionals. They'll hold this booger down. I wonder if I'll have to pay extra postage. I might. It might not even fit in their little system. What do they do if that happens? Do they charge her or do they send it back to me? Maybe I better just put extra on there. What do you think of that? All right. This one has a little bit of technique to it, but I hope y'all like it. Look how pretty that turned out. See the gold in there? Your friendship means the world to me. And there you go. A very pretty fall card. And I bet you'll like it. All right, everybody. If you have any questions about anything, certainly let me know. I'm going to try to get this on my website as soon as I can. And I hope to see everybody next Wednesday. And let me get both of these. There. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's project. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Give me a thumbs up.